start with Happy New Year to all of you, to all of us, because we are in January and we start the new year. Now, what is the subject that I would certainly consider the most appropriate for this beginning of the year will be New Year's resolution, right? Everybody talks about New Year's resolution. So the question is, do we do our New Year's resolution? Do we think about it? Do we write them as a list? Do we, first of all, reflect on it, or we just enter, or say we just enter the new year without resolutions, and we'll see how it goes along. I think that this deserves a little bit of reflection. So now we could start with a saying that says, fail to prepare means prepare to fail. So fail to prepare, which might mean, for example, fail to prepare the New Year's resolution. As simple as that. So if, let's say, this wisdom makes sense, if this wisdom, I would say, has a meaning for you, or if you are inclined to believe it, then obviously it makes sense to do a New Year resolution, at least a list, or some directions, or some orientations. And the thing that comes to my mind, which is probably related with my previous Monday Boost, the one that we published for Christmas, is that a good way of, let's say, not handling, but a good way of approaching it is to say, what are the areas of my life that I would like to keep, let's say, in my radar? What are these areas? Because obviously, if I have these areas kind of clarified, and why not put them on the list, or put them on the wheel, or put them on the whatever chart pie? But if I have this, it might be that will kind of support me into this being aware of, being present to, right? So I'm not saying necessarily that you do a plan of action, you do milestones, you check yourself every week or every month or so. I'm not necessarily saying that. It might be kind of heavy and might be kind of unrealistic too, for some of us, right? And I'm certainly part of this bunch of people that will not necessarily go with goals and milestones and checking every month. But the other alternative that I find kind of lighter, right, will be to have this reflection on what are the areas of my life that I would like to, how to say that, to enrich, to expand, to improve, let's say. And then at least to have that reflection kind of done seriously. And then why not jot down these areas? So imagine that, which is, for example, obviously I'm talking about my personal example, is I'm in the trip, I'm in the thinking of what else can I learn, right? What else? Well, how do I find the learning? And what is the learning, and where do I find the learning, right? And the learning that, to me, becomes more and more important is the understanding of the world we are living in, right? So it's a very serious endeavor. It's quite, how to say, complex, obviously, what means the world we are living in. But nevertheless, this is something that, how to say that, occupies me, or interest, or entice me. So for next year, I will put on my whatever New Year's resolutions, or a list of things, list of dreams that I have, is how do I get knowledge or understanding of wisdom about the world we are living in? So by putting this item, let's say this topic, on this, let's call it list, right? List of interests, of list of focus, or to put it on my radar, right? I am absolutely sure that I will pay attention to it, right? It will be present. It will be present with me. So if I start from here, I would, let's say, encourage you to put these topics or items or dreams somewhere so that your conscious or subconscious mind will be directed to it, will be, how to say that, will be paying attention to. And I would say that by paying attention to that thing that becomes, that is important to you, it will be much more present in your life. And then almost, let's say, without effort, it will stay in your radar. So what I will encourage you to do, coming back to the New Year resolution, is get these interests, get these points of focus, let's say, in your conscious mind, so that your subconscious mind can support you in achieving them throughout the years. So happy New Year again, and see you in the next year.